Welcome to Wyoming Country Living, where the skies stretch wide, the porch is always open, and the critters just keep coming. We're Kim and Chris, empty nesters who traded East Coast hustle for the wild peace of Wyoming. Each week, we're tackling homestead projects, wrangling our growing animal crew, and learning to live the country life one adventure at a time. Be sure to hit that like button and follow along so you don't miss a moment. And stick around till the end for our front porch question of the week. We're saving you a seat. All right, now that the girls are all moved in, they've been in for about a week, so a couple of things that I've been noticing just need some adjustments. The first is I put a eye hook on the inside of the coop door because earlier this week when I came in to close these windows, the door didn't shut behind me. And so little Buffy there decided she wanted to explore the outside. And then I spent the next half an hour chasing her around the coop until I could get her back inside. So I wanted to add that hook and eye just so that when I'm inside this part of the run, they're not going to escape on me. Today, what I want to work on is a super quick little project, but I got these super cute little oyster and grit hanger things to give the girls. So the oyster shell is so that when they start laying, it helps to make the eggs that they lay, it helps to make them stronger because new layers have the tendency to have a little bit weaker shells. And then the second one is the grit feeder. So I'm going to hang them here on the outside of the coop, probably at that level, and then add the grit and the oyster shell. But of course I got the whole way over here without my screwdriver. Let's see what kind of head that I need. All right. Need to go get the screwdriver. All right. Of course, I walked over there and told myself to bring a screwdriver back. Or not a screwdriver, a measuring tape so that I could ensure that they are the same height. And of course, I forgot. We know that the chickens don't know which one's oysters and which one's grit. So the printing on the outside is for, of course, me. All right, I'm going to do about half filled. Because Nugget should be the only one really eating this, although I don't know. The younger chicks will eat this? I don't know. Who knows? And then grit, I know I still got the baby grit because I still have babies. Whoops. Well, that's kind of interesting. Comes out that screw hole in the back. Guess you're supposed to leave it on the building. Again, we'll just do half filled, see how this goes. All right, there we go. Super cute. Gonna go put the extras in my little storage compartment in the nesting box. All right, now that the girls are moved into the coop, there's not nearly the urgency to get things completed, so I haven't done anything in a couple of days. Did a couple little odds and ends yesterday. Today, pretty overcast day, nice little breeze blowing. So I thought I would take the opportunity to touch up the hardware cloth and paint the black paint on the front of the run here, and then on the side of the run where I painted the inside of the cloth, but the outside hasn't gotten. So I think this will be a pretty quick little project that I should get accomplished here this evening. The next thing that I want to do is to put some, I don't know what this is, like sticky tape on these steps, because it seems this is like tread tape. What I used here was plywood, which is nice support, except that it's kind of slippery. So the chickens have been, instead of sleeping up on the roosting bars, they have been sleeping in the nesting box. And I think it's because when they try to go up this ramp, it's too slippery, and so they're nervous about coming up and down it. So I bought this tread tape to put on to give them some traction. Now, obviously, these will get this. Oops! Don't go! Don't be opening that door. This will get dirty because they'll go to the bathroom on it, but I think it will still help to give them that traction, and hopefully they'll start using the roosting bar and the litter shelf instead of the nesting boxes. So luckily the ramp is still pretty clean because they're not using it. As soon as they start to use it, it's not going to be super clean anymore, but it doesn't matter. There's extra if when I go to power wash this in the spring, I need to put new stuff on. Shouldn't be a problem. I think this should work nicely. But Nugget was she initially tried to go up here one of the first days that I moved them in, and she was sliding all over the place. So I can imagine that. There she is. Hi, buddy. Can imagine that if she's afraid to go up, the other ones are too. So I will show her that it's better when we're done here, if I can get her to come in. I don't want them to get used to sleeping in the nesting boxes because then they get dirty. And when they all start laying eggs, they'll be totally poop covered eggs, which is not a huge deal, right? But come on then. Look what I'm doing for you. Think you'll like this better? I think. I bet once you start going up there, your Friends will follow you. Buddy, wanna try the ladder? It's easier to get up now. Yeah, you want to try it? Here, you want to try it? And go up. What? What are you saying? You have an egg, huh? You have an egg for me? Oh, look, I think you would like the roosting bars. Look. How's that? Is that better? You can see outside. You have a pretty view. Can we go on the lower one? Oh, that one. You like that one better? How's that? What do you think? What do you think? You got some more food and water, huh? You knocked it down. What do you think? You want to come down the ladder? See how it works? Come on, come down, try it. I know it's a big oh, what? Doing a lot of talking, huh? Are those dogs bothering you, huh, guys? Are they more scary or am I more scary? All right, Nugget, I'm gonna go fill up your food and water, okay? Okay, so we are picking up 2 baby girl goats in a couple of days. And so they are going to be sharing the same goat enclosure as our other existing goats. So I'm going to make the girls a sleeping shelf to match the boys. So there it is, sleeping shelf. All we have to do is just like we did with the other one, take it, secure the back to the back wall, side to the side wall, and put one support here in this front corner. And now the girls have a sleeping shelf too. So we should get that up before we bring them home this weekend. So we made a list of things to do this weekend to keep us on track and to make sure we accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. And it is 4 o'clock on day one of the weekend, and we have not touched anything on our list. And we have a project in the works that was not on our list, but that's okay because we'll get to our list tomorrow. Today, we are creating a fenced-in area for rooster camp to keep these knuckleheads away from the chicken food and the coops that they like to go in and climb on and in, to keep this knucklehead away from the chicken food, and to try to protect these, I would use stronger words than knuckleheads for some of these roosters, but to protect the roosters from our other furry friends. We have one rooster that is currently in, what do you call it when you put somebody in like the medical ward? Anyway, he's in the medical coop because Rip got to him one day this week, and all of these feathers over here are the result of said attack from Rip. I did not think Coco was going to make it, but he has. He does seem to have some injuries, so we're keeping him away from the other roosters because they're not the nicest. These two, this is Brad and Goldie, they're buddies, but everybody else is super mean to them, so they've been sleeping under the coop. So by putting this entire little area here enclosed in a fence, they'll have some protection from any predators that might come their way. But yeah, so we're putting up this little fenced in area for a myriad of reasons.
Sheldon, quit going in the coop, in the chicken coop.
Sheldon and Leonard like to go into the chicken coop, so I think I will shut him out of there. You're supposed to be eating weeds.
Eat this right here.
I know. No, Leonard. Luckily, Chris is really good at putting in these fence posts.
This would be way easier with the auger on the tractor, as opposed to this post hole digger. But the mower's on the tractor. I don't want to take it off and put the auger on to dig one hole. If Kim would let me have a tractor for each implement, it would be way more efficient. We'll never have to change. Just go get a different tractor.
It's pretty cost effective.
We don't have to be new tractors. We can all go with old 4.8 ends or National Harvester. All it's got to do is run one tool. You might get there. Something. So we're just building this fence out of T-posts and welded wire, like the other ones. We got this chain link gate that Kim found on Facebook Marketplace. We're going to use because she got it cheap. So just going to put a chain link post in here to hang the gate on. The rest of them are snooker T-posts. They're all in already except for the one that goes on the other side of the gate. Put the gate on to see exactly where it needs to go. At the store, I asked Kim if we had enough wire to build this fence, and she said, "Oh yeah, we got tons." And we came back, and she presented me with this maybe 2-foot section, and this maybe 3-foot section, and this one could be like, I don't know, 6 feet, maybe not, 4 or 5. And this roll over here, which is bigger, but we might have enough for half. We splice all these together. So yet another project that will not be completed when intended due to lack of appropriate supplies. All right, so of course the GoPro died at some point. We got like 70% of a rooster fence built. So this side with the gate, this whole side. And then just this little bit wrapped around here. So we still need like 14 feet of fence or so. Finish that piece, but not really sure how effective it's going to be. I mean, it should keep the dogs out and the goats out. It's definitely not going to keep the roosters in since they can fly, and they get up on this chicken coop here, they can just jump over it. But, you know, if they're dumb enough to fly out when the dogs or the goats are out, well, then they deserve to get eaten, I guess. Any thoughts on your project today that isn't quite done?
Yes, my husband is a keeper.
Yeah, she told me I'm the best husband she's ever had, which is really remarkable praise. So. All right, now we got to go back and put the addition to the goat house.
New girl's bed.
Yes, new bed. So we'll see if it's, you know, the boys' bed and the girls' bed, or if they couple up.
All right, here we are trying to attach the girls' sleeping shelf.
Good times. Try laying in goat bedding. Well,
Pretty clean.
all the goat shit would seem to indicate otherwise.
Leonard. So the first one that I did, I built the frame and we attached the frame, and then I put the bedding or the wood on top. This one I completely built the bed in the garage.
Out of rocks.
We carried it out and now we're attaching it. I would recommend the first way. Okay. Good stuff. You feel accomplished. We added to our herd today. Here's Leonard and Sheldon and Bernadette and Penny.
Yes, we know Bernadette and Sheldon don't go together, but
Hi.
you listen to this one, you'll know why it's Bernadette.
Hi. Hi, Penny. Pretty girls, huh? Yes, I have no cookies. This week's front porch question has to do with those 7 roosters that we have out back. We recently built that enclosure for just the roosters in rooster or bachelor camp, but it bars the question, should we keep all 7 roosters? And so my question this week is, how many of you think that bachelor camp will be okay, that they'll learn to cohabitate and there won't be any difficulties, versus the other 2 alternatives, which is rehoming them or sending them to freezer camp? I know I cannot personally get them ready for freezer camp, but I do have a friend that is willing to help in that process. I'm just not sure if I should go there. So I would love any input or feedback you have on having and keeping and maintaining a pack of roosters, or flock, I guess, a flock of roosters. So yeah, let me know what you think.
How many roosters is too many roosters?